The 13th century witnessed a seismic shift in world history. The Mongol conquests. Emerging from Central Asia, these fierce warriors, led by Genghis Khan, forged a vast empire. This empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. Their campaigns were swift and brutal, leaving a trail of destruction. The Islamic world, a vibrant center of learning, found itself in their path. The Mongols posed a unique challenge with their military prowess. Their arrival reshaped the Middle East for centuries. The impact on Islamic civilization was profound. The Mongol invasion was a cultural clash of epic proportions. The nomadic Mongols encountered sophisticated urban societies. This clash led to both destruction and synthesis. The encounter is a reminder of history's interconnectedness. Hulagu Khan, a grandson of Genghis Khan, emerged as a pivotal figure in the Mongol conquests. Tasked with consolidating Mongol rule in Persia and extending their dominion further west, Hulagu proved to be a capable and ruthless leader. He inherited the military prowess and ambition of his grandfather, combined with a keen intellect and a pragmatic approach to conquest. Hulagu's rise to power within the Mongol Empire coincided with a period of internal division and conflict within the Islamic world, a factor that would ultimately contribute to the Mongols' success. The Islamic world in the mid-13th century was fragmented, weakened by internal rivalries and conflicts between different Muslim dynasties. This division within the Islamic world created an opportunity for Hulagu and the Mongols to exploit. They often played one Muslim ruler against another, using diplomacy and intrigue alongside their military might to achieve their objectives. Hulagu's conquest of Persia, the heartland of Islamic civilization, was particularly significant. He established a new Mongol dynasty, the Ilkhanate, which would rule over Persia for several generations. Hulagu's reign marked a turning point in Islamic history, ushering in a period of Mongol dominance that would have profound and lasting consequences for the region. His actions would not only redraw the political map of the Middle East, but also leave an enduring legacy on Islamic culture, society, and intellectual life. The Mongol military machine was a force unlike anything the Islamic world had encountered before. Their success stemmed from a combination of factors: their equestrian skills, their mastery of archery, their discipline, and their innovative military tactics. Mongol warriors were renowned for their horsemanship, able to cover vast distances and maneuver effectively on the battlefield. Their cavalry, composed of both light and heavy horse archers, could rain down arrows on the enemy with deadly accuracy. They were masters of logistics and strategy, often employing psychological warfare and siegecraft to break the will of their enemies. The Mongols were quick to adopt and adapt new technologies and tactics, incorporating siege weapons and gunpowder into their arsenal, which gave them a significant advantage over their adversaries. They were also adept at utilizing terror as a weapon, spreading fear and demoralizing their opponents before engaging in battle. The Mongols' military successes were not solely due to their brute force. They were also skilled diplomats and strategists, often using diplomacy and intrigue to their advantage. They would negotiate with one enemy to attack another, creating alliances and then breaking them as it suited their needs. This combination of military might, adaptability, and political acumen made the Mongols a formidable force that few could withstand. In 1258, Hulagu Khan's Mongol armies sacked Baghdad, the cultural heart of the Islamic world. Baghdad's libraries housed countless priceless manuscripts. The Mongol siege led to immense loss of life and knowledge. Libraries were burned and the Tigris ran black with ink. The fall of Baghdad marked a devastating blow to the Islamic world. Section 5 shadows over the Hijaz, Mecca, and Medina in the Mongol era. While Baghdad suffered the most dramatic consequences of the Mongol conquests, other parts of the Islamic world were also impacted. The Hijaz, the region of Arabia that is home to the holy cities of Mecca and Medina, also felt the reverberations of the Mongol advance. These cities, central to the Islamic faith, held a special significance for Muslims, and their fate under the looming threat of Mongol invasion was a source of anxiety and fear. However, unlike Baghdad, Mecca and Medina were spared direct Mongol conquest and destruction. Several factors contributed to this. Some accounts suggest that Hulagu Khan, despite his ruthless reputation, may have held some degree of respect for the sanctity of these cities. Others point to strategic considerations, such as the challenges of maintaining supply lines in the Arabian desert, as reasons for the Mongols' restraint. While spared physical destruction, Mecca and Medina were not entirely unscathed by the Mongol conquests. The political and economic turmoil that engulfed the Islamic world in the wake of the Mongol invasions had repercussions, even in the Hijaz. Trade routes were disrupted, and the flow of pilgrims to Mecca, a vital source of income for the region, was affected. The Mongol era cast a long shadow over the Hijaz, a period of uncertainty and change for these holy cities. Section 6. The long shadow of conquest, Islam in the aftermath. The Mongol conquests represent a pivotal moment in Islamic history. The immediate impact was undeniably devastating, marked by widespread death, destruction, and the collapse of established political orders. The Mongol conquests ushered in a period of profound change and upheaval across the Islamic world. Politically, the Mongol invasions led to the fragmentation of the Islamic world. New power structures emerged as the Mongols established their own dynasties or installed puppet rulers. However, the long-term consequences were more nuanced and complex. The destruction of Baghdad and the loss of countless lives had a devastating impact on the Islamic world. However, it also led to a period of intellectual and cultural renewal. New centers of learning emerged, and Islamic scholarship found new patrons under the Mongol Ilkhanate in Persia. The Mongols, for all their initial destructiveness, proved to be surprisingly adaptable rulers. Over time, many Mongols converted to Islam, and they often adopted aspects of Persian culture and administration. This led to a fascinating fusion of Mongol and Islamic traditions in art, architecture, and governance. The Mongol period, while undeniably traumatic, also witnessed a remarkable resilience and creativity within Islamic civilization. Section 7. Legacy of the Storm, reshaping the Islamic world. The Mongol conquests, despite their initial devastation, ultimately contributed to a reshaping of the Islamic world. The political landscape was permanently altered, with the rise of new dynasties like the Mamluks in Egypt and the Ottoman Turks in Anatolia. The Mongols inadvertently played a role in paving the way for the rise of the Ottomans, who would go on to establish a powerful empire that encompassed much of the former Islamic world. The Mongol conquests also had a lasting impact on the intellectual and cultural landscape of the Islamic world. New centers of learning emerged, and Islamic scholarship continued to flourish under Mongol patronage. The encounter with the Mongols also led to new developments in Islamic art, architecture, and literature, reflecting the cross-cultural exchanges of the era. The Mongol period, while undeniably a time of great upheaval, also served as a catalyst for change and adaptation within Islamic civilization. The resilience and creativity demonstrated by the Islamic world in the face of such adversity remain a testament to its enduring strength and adaptability. Section 8. Uncovering the past, illuminating the present. The story of Hulagu Khan and the Mongol conquests is not just a distant historical episode, it holds valuable lessons for us today. It serves as a reminder of the destructive power of conquest, the importance of cultural preservation, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. By studying history, we gain a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped our world and the interconnectedness of human societies. How did the Mongol conquests forever alter the trajectory of Islamic civilization? What were the long-term consequences of the destruction of Baghdad and the loss of its vast libraries? How did the Islamic world adapt and rebuild in the aftermath of such devastation? These are just a few of the many questions that arise when we delve into this complex and fascinating period of history. By engaging with these questions, by exploring the sources, and by engaging in dialogue, we can gain a more nuanced and informed perspective on the Mongol conquests and their lasting legacy.